Venezuela's economic crisis is reaching the boiling point. The bolivar has lost more than 50% of its value versus the dollar, a 16-year low, and that's forcing many Venezuelans to take second jobs in order to afford the increasing cost of living. Martin Markovitz looks into how ordinary Venezuelans are now coping with the skyrocketing standards of living.
Yes, in recent days, the Venezuelan economy has grown even more unstable. The government seizure of a chain of electronics stores brought thousands of people to these stores this past weekend to take advantage of prices that have dropped by more than 50%. President Nicolas Maduro said that this was to combat what he calls widespread press speculation by producers and shop owners that he believes wants to destabilize his government. One store in the city of Valencia was completely looted, but many Venezuelans applauded Maduro's actions in midst of skyrocketing inflation that has hit the pocketbooks of most Venezuelans.
Joseph Aldaraish has a good job working as a translator at the Saudi Arabian embassy, but it is not enough to support his family. So on his days off, he works as a taxi driver on the busy streets of Caracas, Venezuela.
Para mí es muy rentable hacerlo.
For me, it's a very profitable thing to do, and it is also very easy money. You just have to put a sticker on your windshield and you charge 100 bolivars for every passenger.
Cobras todas las carreras en 100 bolívares.
Joseph, a college graduate, says that because of the current state of the Venezuelan economy, he has no choice but to work another job.
Por supuesto.
Before, I only worked at the embassy, and the money was enough and lasted. It was good money. But now, with the inflation we have, it's a necessary thing to do. I am obligated to do it.
In recent years, the Venezuelan economy has grown unstable. Despite having the world's largest oil reserves, annual inflation reached 50% in August, while the black market rate to purchase dollars is 7 times more than the official rate.
Economist Susan Chamas blames President Nicolas Maduro's strict price and currency controls. Although intended to lower prices of goods for the poor, she believes these controls have backfired.
Ahora sale al mercado el producto, pero se encuentra el producto en la calle.
The products come out in the market and on the streets with regulated prices. It ends up costing more to produce the product than to sell it. That's why we have shortages.
The Maduro government has sponsored numerous farmers' markets across the country that carry cheaper products than the private supermarkets. At this one in Caracas, tempers flared after shoppers had to wait hours in line in the scorching heat. But Jose Rodriguez, a lawyer, prefers these markets to the privately owned supermarkets.
I always come here to shop because the private supermarkets accumulate the basic goods, and they sell it at whatever price they like.
A supporter of President Nicolas Maduro, Rodriguez believes that the shortages and runaway inflation are the result of producers working with Venezuela's opposition to destabilize the Maduro government.
The big industries are hoarding the basic foods to create chaos here in the country. They are hiding the meat, chicken, milk, sugar, corn flour, the things we eat daily.
President Maduro has deployed citizen militias to many supermarkets to prevent hoarding and sabotage. They have also announced steps to curb inflation. But most here agree that if Maduro does not make some rapid changes to the economy very soon, his young presidency might soon be in jeopardy.
Yes, in the aftermath of the government seizure of these stores, the National Guard has been deployed to keep order at these stores. The government says the managers of the 5-store Dhaka electronic chain might be prosecuted for what the government calls unjustified price hikes.
Now, Martin, Maduro said that these seizures were just the tip of the iceberg. So can we expect more of these government occupations in the next couple of days?
We're not really sure right now. It's not been very clear, but he did say in his speech last night that he was planning on extending price controls on more business, although it was a little vague. He said government inspectors would check out stores that sold clothing, cars, and other goods that are suspected of price gouging. He's also going to ask the National Assembly for special decree powers that would put into law percentage limits on the profit margins of private businesses. But many store owners here in Venezuela are now worried that their businesses could be the next ones targeted by the government.
All right, thanks for following that story for us. I'm sure you'll keep us updated. Martin Markovitz live in Venezuela.